If I'm going to compare myself to somebody, I'm going to envision the best version of myself and then compare myself to the best version of myself and chase that. My mom ended up raising me, and she was always challenging me with things. I remember she made me read Communist Manifesto in 6th grade. She would have debates with me. So she would say, like, does God exist, and those types of things, and prove it to me. These types of things. And like Siddhartha, I read in 7th grade. She really pushed a lot of things. I think she even forced me to, at first, it felt like forcing, but my gosh, looking back, so one of the best schools in Los Angeles is a place called the University of California, Los Angeles. She made me take classes there when I was in high school. And then during one of my summers, she made me go to school at Stanford. And I was like, I don't want to go to these things. But now I'm just like, it was really formative for myself. But the thing is, because my mom raised me and she had to figure out a way to pay bills, she took a job many miles away. So we actually didn't see her during most of the week. So we, discovered hip hop culture as a way to get away from gangs. So I was really into scratch DJing, and my brother was into breakdancing and those types of things. Because if we weren't into stuff like that, we probably would have got caught up in, gangs and those types of things. So. When one of my friends had founded a technology company that actually powers a lot of live streaming apps and media apps all around the world, now he has 2 to 3 billion devices. I think that something that I noticed as he was telling me about what's happening around the world outside of the US, when I saw WeChat being able to build this business for China, or Kakao Corporation for Korea, and Line in Japan, and Gojek in Indonesia, and VNG Corporation building a $2 billion app ecosystem in Vietnam. A lot of that inspiration was, can we build a consumer internet company prioritizing the voices of Filipinos, specifically around community and social? Over the next 5 years, the goal is, can we be one of the top market cap companies in the Philippines, or one of the most valuable companies in the Philippines? So not this like $1 billion company, but call it a $10 billion plus company in the next 5 years. And then the next 10 years, I think what's super interesting is the Philippine market is widely considered an indicator of what could happen globally. Facebook has seen this. Things that pop off on Facebook, we know it just pop off globally because, they say it's the social media capital of the world. But even Spotify, Spotify talks about how Taylor Swift says that, if the music does well in the Philippines, then it'll do well globally. Or say like with Netflix, right? With Money Heist and Squid Games, if it does well in the Philippines, it'll do well globally. So there's a really big implication there that if we built a social app that can compete with other social apps in a completely different way in the social media capital of the world through core values like safety, positivity, and acceptance, then what would Kumu look like in other markets, prioritizing the voices and needs of other markets, seeking authentic connection in a safe and positive way.
But before we head on to the interview, I just really have this burning question. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Why didn't you follow me back on Instagram?
What? You followed me on Instagram?
Yeah.